season numbers.
And they made him pay. Mookie Betts against Cousins, who stays in a game for the Yankees. 4-1 LA. Slider, strike one. That's 2 for 2 against Carlos Rodon.
So you're doing doing a little strategy. Tim Hill will be for the third batter this inning, which is Freddie Freeman. So it gives you a chance to see what could have happened if it was Tim Hill versus Freddie Freeman.
Mookie to left. Verdugo started back, comes in, and makes a sliding catch.
Well, one of the things an outfielder depends on is the sound of the ball off the bat. And for Alex Verdugo, it's really hard to hear the sound off the bat when you have a crowd of nearly 50,000. So you're reading swing, you see it off the bat, you think it's back, but if you used your ears, which you can't, you would have known off the bat it wasn't hit well.
Strike one to Teoscar Hernandez. And Freddie Freeman with those back-to-back home runs. Only the second time that the Dodgers have ever, in a World Series, hit back-to-back home runs. All the World Series games they've played in their history. He chased a little bit there. 0-2. Game 5 in 1981. Pedro Guerrero and Steve Yeager. Steve was here yesterday as part of the ceremonies before the game. They did it off of Ron Guidry, an all-time great Yankees left-hander.
All-timer.
Oh, 2. Started to go, held up. Well, Dave Roberts said, I think Teoscar is right. He made a little tweak mechanically to his stance, his setup, and I think we got him back. He was right.
Oh, no.
2-2.
The funniest thing for hitters is sometimes the smallest adjustment could be just the setup, where you start. And for Teoscar, it's about getting a little bit more weight on his back foot, so his right leg having a little bit more weight so he can now drive through it.
That went into right field, base hit. Smacked that fastball. So Teoscar Hernandez with a one-out single, and the Yankees manager pops out of the dugout. Jim Hill's going to be coming in to face the now red-hot Freddie Freeman. So Boone points to the bullpen. Freddie will get the new scouting report. Dodgers already leading 4-1 back to LA after this.
In the third inning, the Dodgers scored 3 runs with back-to-back homers. We'll give you a play-by-play of the Freddie Freeman bat against post. Rodon at this point was struggling with command of his slider because of the blister. Slider gets you 3-2, and then a fastball, almost as though Freddie Freeman knew it. 97 miles an hour up and in, spun it around. Second homer of the postseason for Freddie Freeman, and now he gets to face Tim Hill, who we were thinking maybe he'd see him last night. And by the way, in the one at bat Tim Hill has had against Freddie Freeman, Freeman got him for a homer.
First pitch, swing and miss. And Aaron Boone kind of took us through why he didn't use Hill last night. 7 appearances in the postseason. The numbers are really good, but you do see the strikeouts and the walks. Only 2 strikeouts, only 1 walk. The ball's usually in play against this guy. Freeman hits a pop-up. Shallow left, Volpe from shortstop. 2 down, and Yankees fans all around the world are going, But Aaron Boone, with only 1 out, when he had to make the move for Cortez or Hill, decided with Shohei Ohtani and that tying run on base in scoring position, the chances of a strikeout were low, the chances of a double play were low. And he said about Hill, look, he's great. He reduces slug. Hitters don't hit for power against him, but he does give up his share of hits. And Tommy Edman gets a chance to hit against the lefty.
And Tim's story is pretty heart-wrenching. He lost his father to colon cancer. When he was with the Kansas City Royals, he was diagnosed stage 3 colon cancer. Ended up getting treatment, was fine, but when he returned back with his team, he had lost so much weight. And then he slowly regained his strength, and he's turned into just a remarkable reliever.
He's had a great career, Tim Hill has. 2-2. Second round pick and another Southern California kid from Mission Hills. Full count to Tommy Edman.
Now Tommy Edman is on fire.
Tommy's from Southern California, but from San Diego. Strike 3 call. So Tim Hill gets it done against Freeman and Edman. And the Yankees, through it all, are finding a way to hang in this game. Top of the order coming up in the 6th. Game 1 last night against Michael Kopech, really good reliever. Glaber this close to a home run. It made it over the wall, but only because that Dodgers fan reached over the wall. They called fan interference. They placed Torres at second. We believe it was the correct call. It definitely took us back to Jeter in the ALCS Game 1, right field at the stadium, and young Jeffrey Mayer reached over, and the Orioles were incensed. There was no replay. The call on the field was home run. It was not the correct call. No, there was no way to overturn it. And so the Yankees went on to win that series, to win the World Series, and who knows what would have happened. Torres on the first pitch against Yamamoto, ground ball to third. Muncy throws him out. As the Yankees turn the lineup over for the third time, Yamamoto, typically he's been more vulnerable early in games.
Well, the Yankees had him on the ropes in the first inning. It was a leadoff walk. It took a bunch of pitches for him to get through. But after the Juan Soto homer, he's retired basically 9 in a row, and it's been quick and efficient.
Still the only Yankees hit. Soto takes a strike. Soto's home run, his 4th of the playoffs. The Yankees are running out of outs here tonight. Yamamoto now a playoff high 74 pitches. 74 is not a lot of pitches, but he's not been great in these playoffs, and they've had a pretty quick hook. Soto's unhappy with Andy Fletcher. I think maybe he's arguing that Yamamoto was trying to quick pitch him. Wasn't letting him get ready in the box. On the ground to second. Not this time for Soto, 2 down. Yamamoto's just rolling now. He had the great start. You talked about it at the top of our telecast, Billy, against the Yankees. His best start of his big league career came at Yankee Stadium in June.
Yeah, Dodgers won that game 2-1, and for Aaron Judge and Ohtani, 2 MVPs matching up. It has not been good for Aaron Judge.
And Ohtani's not been as great as he was during the regular season, but Judge is really, it's a different player. He is scuffling. To the backstop right by Will Smith, 2-0.
Now if you're in Judge, you're in a leverage count, 2-0. You get a chance, nobody on base, 2 outs, you get a chance to fire your ace swing, and you get 2 shots at it.
The fastball, strike 1. For the Yankees, no matter what happens from here to the end of the game, I mean, you lose a World Series game, go down 0-2. That's not good, but they need a good at-bat from Judge. They need Aaron Judge to find a way to click it in.
I mean, just this at-bat, microcosm, 2-0, take a fastball down the middle, and then he swing 2-1 over the top of a curveball at the bottom of the strike zone.
Got it. Splitter for the strikeout. Yamamoto on a roll. Strikes out Judge for the 2nd time tonight. Top of the order, down in order for the Yankees.
Judge has had a really rough postseason. He's punched out 18 times. 18 times. And for Aaron, you can see a lot of off-speed pitches down at the bottom of the strike zone. Some guys will go throwing fastballs late. Got caught on that as well. And for Aaron Judge, timing is everything. And his last at bat, 6th inning against Yamamoto. It was important for him to get into a leverage count. 2 pitches outside, 2-0. You should be looking fastball. Got one. Took it. Off-speed pitch, and then the splitter in, and just the woes continue. I watched him walk out in between innings. Alex Verdugo almost having to pump him up a little bit, reminding him, you're Aaron Judge.
The body language these last couple nights is starting, I think, to give away the level of frustration. And frustration might not even be the right word. We haven't seen him snap. Out to Judge. Kike Hernandez. 1 pitch. He's retired here in the bottom of the 6th. But it's like the pressure has built on him to the point where he's having a tough time. It's weighing on him. It can be an unforgiving game.
It really can, and the game can find you too. I mean, every big spot feels like it comes to you, especially when you're hitting 3.
Strike 1 from Tim Hill to Max Muncy. Hill got 2 outs in the 5th. Muncy 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts against Rodon. Yankee starter gave up 3 home runs. All the runs in this game scored on the long ball. Play Holmes in the Yankees bullpen. You got the right-hander after Muncy, so we'll see if Aaron Boone just has in mind that Tim Hill's going to face Muncy, and then he's going to Holmes.
Possibly. I mean, he's been good and efficient.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. You could ask Hill to try to go after the catcher.
Balls up.
1-2 to Muncy. Three home runs, low batting average, but a lot of power. A little flip shot out towards third into foul ground. Jazz Chisholm, 2 down. And here comes Aaron Boone. Well, I think for the Yankees managers, Billy, right now, it's just we have the way the offense is struggling, have to do everything we can to hold the line. And just try to stay in this game and see if they can make something happen in the late innings. So Holmes coming in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Wait.
Well, I told you before tonight there'd only been one instance of back-to-back home runs in Dodgers World Series history. It came in 1981. Pedro Guerrero was one of those players, and he shared MVP honors in that series with both Steve Yeager and Ron Cey. Only time it's ever happened. 3 co-MVPs. Dodgers fell behind in that series by 2 games. The Yankees were ahead 2-0, and the Dodgers won 4 in a row and won the World Championship. And I loved as a kid watching Pedro Guerrero hit. That guy could hit. Will Smith against Clay Holmes, strike 1.
Oh, that hit came off of Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. There's a lot of great history between these two organizations.
Oh no! Back-to-back home runs tonight. Teoscar Hernandez and Freddie Freeman. Part of the 4-run outburst for the Dodgers offense. They lead 4-1. Clay Holmes faced a few hitters last night. His last few outings just hasn't been quite the same guy.
Yeah, not as sharp. His sinker really is his bread and butter, but it's not been in the strike zone enough.
Oh, inside. 3-1. It has been, I think it's been a good strike zone tonight from Andy Fletcher, but it's been a hitter-friendly strike zone. Big cut, foul ball, 3-2. Will Smith hit a double off the center field wall his last time up. That had to feel good. 3-2. On the ground to third. Jazz Chisholm on the big bounce. Got it. So we go to the 7th. The Yankees offense still just 1 hit in this game 2. But Giancarlo Stanton's coming up to lead off for the Yankees when we come back in the 7th. Dodgers with that 4-1 lead. Excellent here in game 2 tonight against the Yankees lineup, Billy, that he dominated in the regular season. He's doing it again in the World Series.
Well, when you think about the amount of innings pitched, his longest start of his career happened against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. He got hurt in June, and then he didn't come back until September. He hadn't thrown him in the 6th inning at all. And for Yamamoto, 18 outs, including 10 in a row. Four-seam fastball, top of the strike zone, split finger's been devastating. Will use the curveball on occasion. He's just been masterful, using all of his pitches.
Look at those numbers against the Yankees. 13 innings, 3 hits, 1 run in 2 starts.
Oh, no.
He's facing Giancarlo Stanton here to start the 7th inning. The game is not over, though. Dodgers 4, as lopsided as this game has felt, it's just a 3-run lead for L.A. Stanton 0 for 2 against Yamamoto. 1-1. That looked like a cutter.
Yeah, one of the rare cut fastballs we've seen tonight.
Stanton just a smash foul. Smoked it, but foul.
Well, the cut fastball is not a pitch that Yamamoto uses a ton, but great movement late.
It's sort of similar to a slider, but a later, tighter break. And just that subtle break keeps it off the sweet spot. Stand by to the count, 1-2. Fouls out and back out of play.
We haven't seen a lot of barreled baseballs against Yamamoto. Not a lot of loud contact, no loud outs.
I mean, I think the Soto home run, and the only other one that really comes to mind, Anthony Volpe hit a ball hard his first at bat. Taking some big hacks. Foul balls don't count. Stanton, that foul ball on the third base side, he hit it 118 miles an hour, but it was a foul ball. It's that one, just a bloop. Kike. Plenty of time to get there and catch it. Stanton got jammed.
The ball came off Stan's bat 59 miles an hour, so it gives you an idea. Even late, Yamamoto, really good. Dave's going to go to the hook.
And Yamamoto's going to get a massive ovation here at Dodger Stadium. That's why you give a guy a $300 million contract for a night like this. Got a handshake. Got to give him the ball, though. What a night for Yoshi Yamamoto. Even in Tokyo, they love it. Dodgers with a 4-1 lead.
Pick up a better brekkie at Hump.
what they're feeling in Tokyo. We showed you that shot of the scene at the watch party in Tokyo where we have some cameras. Yamamoto, a huge star there, 3-time MVP in the Pacific League. I told you about the contract he signed. The Dodgers this offseason, they committed $1.1 billion with a B dollars. Yamamoto and Ohtani, the primary beneficiaries of those contracts. Anthony Banda takes over now, and you can justify a lot of that cash with the way he's pitched tonight.
No question. You can justify Ohtani, too. You have the best player on the planet. Well, sometimes when you pull out a pitcher that has been dominant, whoever comes in next, it feels like it gives a little life to the offensive team.
Yeah, like anybody but that guy. Chisholm, a wild swing and miss, 1-2. Very interested spectator now, Yamamoto. He's still only 25 years old. One of the main reasons why he got such a long, huge deal was all the success he piled up in Japan, but just 25. Two and two.
You're Chris Holder, okay. High five.
That's very wholesome. I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and give you a high five.
I don't know what's going on. Jazz, after the last pitch, he pointed to his eyes and looked into the Yankees dugout.
There was something going on.
There's a ball down, taken for a ball, and you'll see Jazz looks in.
Maybe saying, did it hit him? Maybe he thought, did it skip off his foot? Maybe he wanted the replay room to take a look. Flips that one to left. Out number 2. After a nice game 1, Jazz Chisholm 0 for 3 tonight. He's not alone, though. The Yankees still sitting on 1 hit for the game.
The at-bats have not been quality. I mean, there's no hard contact, no deep counts.
Strike 1 to Rizzo.
Yeah, I can kind of see Rizzo's face like, should I just bunt to third base, try to get a steal a knock, just break the ice?
I don't think it's the worst idea. Even with 2 outs, it certainly goes against baseball convention. The 1 hit, the Soto home run. Rizzo's got a walk. Gleyber Torres has a walk. That's it. Swings over the slider. 1-2.
Dodgers starters, the first 2 games of the World Series, have picked up 11 2/3. Only giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs. That's it. 10 punch-outs.
One, 2. Foul off. That slider, 2-2. Well, you said a bunt, a walk, anything to interrupt. The Yankees are just getting mowed down. Soto's home run back in the 3rd, that's the last base runner they had.
And he just ran around the bases 1 time, so he wasn't even on it.
3-2. There's Volpe hoping to get a chance with somebody on against the left-hander. 3-2 pitch. Might have hit him.
Did he swing? Did he swing? No.
He did not swing. So Rizzo does reach base. First base runner for the Yankees since the third. Rizzo on base for the second time tonight. The walk, and I think that's officially going to go down as a hit by pitch.
Yeah, we'll see where it ends up clipping him. Ball just kind of runs in.
Maybe not.
It's hard to tell.
Sounded like it, but I guess it missed it. That one's high, and now Will Smith's coming out. Bonda has lost the feel for the strike zone after getting ahead of the count. Anthony Rizzo, think about all the times since StatCast started, man, our avatar went down, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked like Roger Dorn. Yeah, Roger Dorn on that one. 194 hit by pitches.
Right. Most in all of baseball since StatCast has been a thing. Volpe had a big cut.
Well, for the season, Volpe, batting average-wise, a little bit higher against lefties and righties, but he does most of his damage power-wise against right-handed pitching.
Got another left-hander on deck. Volpe to center field. Going back on the ball, Tommy Edman. He's got room to make the catch. So a base runner, but that's it. What a night for Yoshi Yamamoto. Great night for him. Great night for the Dodgers. Great night for baseball in Japan. Dodgers lead 4-1, 7th inning stretch time. High fives, hugs, handshakes from everybody down in that Dodgers dugout after a great night for him. Hey, look, we told you, Billy, Carlos Rodon was dealing with the blister or the fingernail problem, whatever it was. Didn't have his best stuff, gave up 3 home runs. Yamamoto, excellent, the back-to-back home runs. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Dodgers lead 4-1, only 1 hit for the Yankees. Yamamoto, success in the playoffs in Japan, success in the World Baseball Classic, in the Olympics. It was his first World Series start, but the guy likes the bright lights.
Yes, he does. Well, and in a 3-run lead right now, it shouldn't feel big to the Yankees, but for whatever reason, 3 feels massive. It feels like a touchdown, 2 touchdowns.
I agree with you. For most of the regular season, the Yankees are down 4-1, and it's like, yeah, we get time. Right now, this offense, the way things are going, doesn't feel that way.
Now 6 outs remaining for the Yankees. So, you're asking Clay Holmes, you're asking the bullpen, you cannot relinquish another run.
One and 2 to Rojas. Big chopper foul. See a lot of looks like that on the faces of the Yankees. I think to your point, they know they're in big trouble tonight.
They are.
Mark Leiter Jr. behind Holmes in the bullpen. Another foul ball. You got the great performance from Garrett Cole last night. You had 2 different late inning leads. And a lot of this angst tonight goes back to what happened late in the game yesterday. If you'd already won a game in this World Series, I don't think you'd be seeing that same kind of body language, those same looks on those Yankees' faces.
Not at all.
Full count, 3-2.
Well, in every loss, the math starts to mount against you. And it's really difficult to come back. We know the winner game 1 has a clear advantage. You lose the first 2 games, and the numbers really start to stack.
We got Ohtani on deck, full count here to the 9th place hitter Rojas. Holmes has to throw a strike. He got it. He might not have thrown a strike, but he got Rojas to strike out swinging. Ohtani comes up. MVPs who changed teams after winning an MVP award. Bonds, A-Rod, who got traded after winning an MVP. Giancarlo Stanton, we talked about that story with the Marlins and then signed by the Yankees. And Shohei Ohtani, MVP last year with the Angels. He's going to be an MVP this year in the National League. All the success he's had. Now, he didn't pitch this year, but as a hitter, by far his best season.
Oh, I know a lot of people were asking if Ohtani would be able to pitch this year, and it's just, it makes 0 sense given the track record of guys coming back from Tommy John. There's a process to it. And one of the process, you have to throw a certain amount of bullpens off the mound, live BP. And he just hasn't met anywhere near the threshold for it.
He has done a lot of the work behind the scenes, which I find amazing. As great as he was as a hitter this year, he wasn't pitching in games, but he was doing a lot of that behind the scenes work to rehab, to get his elbow ready for pitching, presumably starting again next season.
One of the things I heard, Brandon Gomes, who's the general manager for the Dodgers, he said, listen, we don't even want to put him in a position where he could tweak an oblique, anything that could impact him hitting. Oh, no.
Outside, ball 4. Holmes walks Ohtani. Just an incredible year. He was second in batting average. He very nearly won the Triple Crown. Far and away the most home runs. And blew everybody away in runs batted in. Only 4 batting average points behind Luis Arraez. Otherwise, he would be the Triple Crown winner. And then on top of that, you put the steals into the mix. I know he was a DH, and he should be evaluated a little differently. He didn't play in the field. That does take away something of your value to a team. I think that's fair. But Ohtani, he stole 59 bases and got caught 4 times.
Yeah, incredible. And there's never been a DH in the history of baseball to win an MVP. Never.
Until now. We haven't tallied the votes, but he will be the MVP.
He will be, and I guess it suits it that it'll be a National League DH that wins it. The National League just acquired the DH a handful of years ago with the universal DH throughout baseball. But if closers can win an MVP, the argument is, why can't a DH win an MVP?
Well, to me, it's not just closers. Pitchers have been MVPs, and pitchers, as great as they are, starting pitchers have a huge impact on the days they're pitching. They're out there 35 times a year. So I'm with you. Who's the best player? Who's the most valuable player? I don't think there was any doubt in the National League this year. That goes down swinging. Chase that slider. Part of the allure of this World Series, not just the teams, the franchises, all the history, but the 2 greatest players in the game right now who are going to be the MVPs from the regular season. Aaron Judge, 58 homers, 144 RBIs. The first player since Bonds in 04 to have a 700 slugging average for a year. Ohtani runs, pitch taken, throw, tag, he's out. Ohtani and the Dodgers are going to want to take a look and make sure the Yankees start to run off the field.
Why is he hurt?
He might be hurting a little bit.
Oh, no.
He's holding that left arm. Look at the body language of Dave Roberts. Oh, no is right.
It looks like he's holding his left wrist.
Oh, no. I think he's really hurting.
You can feel the entire crowd is holding their breath. I don't know if it was the hard tag on his wrist.
He's holding that left arm sort of without extending the elbow. Trying to move those fingers. It's amazing that the party atmosphere, the celebration here at Dodger Stadium after the way this game has gone, and it is silent. So that was out number 3. We'll take a look at that slide, see if we can see what happened when we come back for the 8th inning with the Dodgers ahead 4-1. All right, we're back here in LA where there has definitely been a change in the mood at Dodger Stadium. Even though Dodgers are up 4-1 and they're 6 outs away from a 2-0 lead in this World Series, a commanding lead. Michael Kopech, who's been excellent since coming to the Dodgers and excellent in the postseason against Austin Wells. But here's what happened at the end of the 7th.
It's so hard to tell because Ohtani slides in feet first. That's how he steals. But when he landed with that left hand, notice how it goes down. I don't know if he popped his shoulder out or the impact to his wrist.
I think that first look we had, and we'll take a look from a lot of different angles, but right here, watch the contact with the ground. It was jarring. You can see that elbow, whether it's the wrist or the shoulder, as you're saying, that bore the brunt of that. Yeah, that was a violent collision with the dirt with that hand.
And you got to realize Ohtani is a massive human. He's 6'5", 255 pounds. That's so much force coming down.
And on the hands, Wells 2-2.
You're right, Dave. I mean, it was eerie at how quiet Dodger Stadium got. You saw him laying there, and then immediately the Dodgers training staff sprints out.
Still 2-2. And we had the shot of Dave Roberts too coming out of the dugout, and he looked sick. Well, for the Dodgers, you try to finish off this game, win the game, take the 2-0 lead, and then take all your tests and see what happened. Oh man, that. He didn't hide how he was feeling about that. I don't blame him. Still full 3-2.
And it's the best player on the planet. One of the most dynamic athletes we've ever seen in a baseball uniform. And yeah, you can tell just the solemn faces of Dodger fans with the lead.
It's amazing. I understand it too, but sort of cast a pall over what should be a couple innings of pure celebration for the Dodgers. They played great baseball. Got him. Kopech with the strikeout on the 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Still only one hit for the Yankees tonight.
On the bottom of the lineup for the Yankees, just anemic. I mean, everybody's been an out, nobody on base. Only 5 punch outs though for the Yankees, but it's been weak contact.
Speaking of, kind of a half swing. One pitch, Verdugo retired.
And it's just so much pressure now because the bottom of the lineup's not doing anything. You're getting no traffic for the top. You're asking Glaber and Juan, who are in a good spot offensively, to carry the load, and it's impossible for two guys.
Torres 0 for 2, although his at-bats have been overall good ones. All 3 against Yamamoto, the starter. 101 miles an hour with that Kopech fastball. 2 down, nobody on. You got Soto on deck. Blake Trinan is warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. Two and 1. That's his slider, 93 miles an hour.
The velocity increase in the last couple of years has been dramatic in baseball. It used to be about 20 years ago, the average fastball was right around 91.
I want a pop-up on the infield. Freddie Freeman for the catch. The Yankees gone in order again. We are getting some word that the initial report with Ohtani is shoulder, not wrist, which is kind of what we suspected. Midway through 8, Dodgers, despite that, have the 4-1 lead. tonight. Dodgers 3 outs away from a 2-0 series lead, and then that in the 7th inning, the slide from Ohtani. And we're getting word from the Dodgers dugout that with that collision with the dirt with his left hand, it was his shoulder, and whether we don't yet know any specifics about what the injury might be, but a shoulder issue for Ohtani.
Not good. Yeah, I've seen that play happen before. I've had teammates where the shoulder pops out. And you try not to speculate, but that's most likely, especially given the force and how we watched him land on that left arm. That's my best guess. Not a doctor, I just play one on TV.
I can play one well, but we'll find out for sure after the game. Teoscar Hernandez takes a strike at the knees.
Teoscar had a huge monster homer off Carlos Rodon in the 3rd inning. And also added a single late.
Mark Leiter Jr. in for the Yankees bullpen. You're right, Teoscar's got 2 hits tonight, including that booming home run. The Yankees had tied the game on the Soto home run. It was 1-1, 2 outs. Hernandez came up, and in one swing, it was 3-1 LA. They have not looked back.
Well, in the case of Carlos Rodon, he lost his slider because of his finger, and so it forced fastballs away. And that's right into the wheelhouse of Teoscar. 33 homers on the season, career high. And he just punished lefties on the air as well.
If you're forced to throw fastballs to this guy, you're in trouble. He's a great hitter in a lot of ways, but he's especially a great fastball hunter. Hits that one out towards right center. Judge will catch it on the run. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Michael Kopech, he was feeling it, wasn't he? That was after he recorded the final out in the 8th inning.
Look at Will Smith's face. He's like, don't poke the bear.
I think that's exactly what Will Smith was thinking. What are you doing?
Don't do that. Let a sleeping dog lie.
They've already been quiet enough. Freeman swings and misses. You don't need to be a master lip reader to know what Will Smith was saying. Although part of it, I think, was he was pumped for how Kopech threw the ball. Threw it very well. Gleyber Torres throws out Freddie Freeman. And then in today's game, you get to go look at the iPad and have a little Dig Me session. Yeah, I did good, didn't I? This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball. May not be reproduced or retransmitted. May not be disseminated without express written consent. Tommy Edman, 2 down, bottom 8. Over top that Mark Leiter curveball.
Mark Leiter was a late add in the last series because of Ian Hamilton ended up hurting himself. Had a calf strain.
And he pitched well.
He did.
0-2.
Leiter was one of the acquisitions for the Yankees at trade deadline for an extra reliever. I mean, there was some criticism about the Yankees maybe not getting a Jason Adam, Tanner Scott like the Padres did.
Edman, comebacker. Well, Leiter, good inning here, and now it's up to the Yankees offense. 3 outs of life left. Presumably it'll be Blake Trinan coming in for the bullpen for LA. It is Soto, it is Judge, it is Stanton coming up. The Yankees need 3 to keep playing. They have fallen behind 2 games to none in a World Series and come back and won in their long, distinguished history. 1996, there's the final out against the Atlanta Braves that started the World Series winning dynasty for the Yankees. They need Juan Soto's help here if they're going to come back, whether it's tonight or in this series. Soto, the only hit of the night for the Yankees here in L.A. It was a home run against Yamamoto. But they're down to their final 3 outs. As we go to the ninth, they're down 4-1.
Yeah, only 1 hit tonight. And for the Yankees, they have their hands full with Blake Trinan comes in. He's really difficult. One of the most devastating combination of pitches you'll see. Hard sinking fastball, really good sweeping slider.
Chris Taylor takes over in left. The closer for the Dodgers, Blake Trinan on the mound against Soto. And we showed that note. I just want to re-emphasize that, what was on your screen. This is the 434th all-time game for the Yankees in the playoffs. They've never been 1 hit. Oh, 2-0 to Soto. Now Soto, the Yankees don't need a hit here. They need base runners.
They need base runners.
So I'm positive Soto is in a place where he's going to take at least a strike. Two and 1. Yeah, Judge on deck. If both Soto and Judge could reach base, and they're the 2 best at that in the game, typically, then Stanton would be the tying run. 2-2. Down 3-2. Since that Soto home run back in the 3rd. Not a hit. 0 for 16. 1 hit batter. That's the only base runner. And as you pointed out a few times, not a lot of loud contact either. Soto drives one to right. Betts at the wall. It's over his head. And Soto's not going to test Mookie Betts. Down 3 runs. Juan Soto makes sure that the Yankees aren't 1 hit. He's not 1 hit. He's got the only 2.
Incredible. I mean, just watching this guy take it bat after a bat. He never gives in on a pitch. And he's so quick to sit back. You know you can cover a sweeping slider, the fastball coming in on you. A little bit of top spin. Otherwise, it didn't get that backspin carry. And last night, Aaron Judge took his best at bat against Blake Trinan.
See it in for the 2nd night in a row. Big swing on the slider. Well, the Yankees, obviously, they're going to need much more from Aaron Judge if they're going to come back in this World Series. They need a good at bat right now. Now he takes that one, a fastball, 0-2.
Yeah, he is really stuck in between. He's not on time for fastball, and he's not on time for an off-speed pitch. It's the worst place to be in as a professional hitter. The only thing you can hit is a mistake. Middle.
9-0-2. Way outside. Man, that was a wild pitch and then some. Takes away the possibility of a double play on a ground ball. Soto goes to 2nd. Trinan's 1-2 pitch. Got it. He got him to chase. Third strikeout of the game for Aaron Judge.
It's pretty incredible. 6 strikeouts tonight, but that is now 6 punch-outs in the last 9 at-bats for Aaron Judge, including he struck out in 5 consecutive games multi-times.
That's as bad of an at bat as you'll ever see him take, or at least as bad of a swing. So that means Stanton cannot tie the game with one swing. He can ramp up the pressure though by reaching base safely. 2-0. Trying to, as dangerous as Stanton is, if you walk him, then Jazz Chisholm, who's got power, comes up as the tying run.
That's all you can ask for the Yankees is get a little bit of momentum.
Stanton rips that one. It hits the bag and ricochets out into shallow left. Soto's going to come around third, and he'll score the second run. It's 4-2. Still only one out. The Yankees have a pulse. They're going to get the tying run to the plate here in the ninth inning.
And so much this inning, when you think about how that ball ricochets off the bag, why is that so important? Because it takes a double play out of work. Instead, it hits the bag, and Stanton can't go that extra 90 feet to second base. So Tryon can still get out of it because he's so good at inducing ground balls. But as soon as that hits the bag, that's a clear double. Unfortunate hop for the Yankees.
What a game for Juan Soto. Almost looked like he was limping at the end of that play. I think he nodded to Aaron Boone that he's okay.
And now a big moment for Jazz.
Huge. A guy who had a nice game last night has been quiet tonight.
19 homers on the year against right-hand pitching for Jazz. He has 25 homers on the season, 40 bags. He stole 40 bases.
One out. Chisholm takes a ball. It's 1-0. Big swing on the slider. Took the pitch, and then almost the exact same pitch he swung at this one.
Well, Jazz is spinning like a top at the plate, which means anything middle-in fastball, he's going to cover it. That'll be a good pitch for him. And for Blake Trinan, that's how his fastball kind of works.
Another one. Same spot almost. 1-2.
Yeah, Jazz is trying to hit a two-run homer.
Let's see if maybe the approach changes, maybe with 2 strikes. Now time. Chisholm asks for time. One hit in the first 8 innings. They've had 2 in this 9th inning, and they've scored a run. But they need 2 more at least to keep game 2 going. 1-2. Chisholm hits it foul. They got a fastball. They got a fastball that was out over the plate.
But he's in 2-strike mode, so he's not in his normal spinning swing mode.
Another 1-2. Down and in. Almost hit him on the back leg or foot. 2-2. If he reaches base without hitting a home run, then he's the tying run with all his speed. Trinan's 2-2. Chisholm stays alive. Wow, that pitch was almost down in the dirt.
Trinan last night threw 22 pitches. He's at 19 tonight. Barely caught a piece.
And maybe because of those numbers you're giving, Alex Vesia is up in the Dodgers bullpen. 2-2. Very high. Well, here we go. This is a big pitch.
I think Trinan goes to his best pitch, which is the slider. But you cannot run the risk of walking Jazz. You need contact.
Full count. 3-2. He lines one into right field, base hit. Stanton will stop at second. The Yankees, what an at-bat from Jazz Chisholm. They're down 2. They have 2 on, still only 1 out here in the ninth.
Well, the challenge now for Aaron Boone is, do you throw a pinch runner out there at second base? Even though that's not the go-ahead run, you might want to add some speed. The problem is if this game gets tied and you go extra innings, you don't have Giancarlo in the middle of the lineup anymore. That's what they're discussing. That's Brad Osmus, Aaron Boone. They're thinking about it. What do we do right here? Nice at bat for Jazz. Jazz has really come out the last two games. It was a real quiet series for him in Cleveland.
So now Trinan steps off. Pitch clock was starting to wind down, and he and Will Smith maybe had a different idea. You got Anthony Rizzo at the plate, who, like Freeman, coming into this World Series, banged up, not hitting for power. First pitch, almost hit him.
Fastball velocity down. The last pitch, 92 miles an hour. You know, back-to-back days, you get it during the World Series, but there's so much pressure on each pitch.
Sure is pressure on these. 4-2, ninth inning, 2 on, 1 out. That one in there. Just kind of eased some kind of fastball at 91. Rizzo's had a lot of big at-bats in his career. He's been on base twice tonight, a walk and a hit by pitch. 1-1. Big swing over top the slider, 1-2. We saw Chisholm make the adjustment in his at-bat. That's a lot of movement on that
So
pitch.
much movement. It's starting away from you, almost off the plate, and then it works itself all the way back in towards you off the plate.
One, two. Down and in. That hard slider.
Well, scouting report from Juan to Rizzo.
Soto, he loves to share info. Rizzo on a high fastball, fouled it back. See him with that hand. He keeps flexing the hand.
As a pitch there, I've seen Rizzo hit that one before. Much like Freddie Freeman, not 100%.
Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. Ninth inning. That one hits him. He got hit again. And the bases are loaded. You got a right-hander coming up. The pitcher in the bullpen for the Dodgers is Vesia, the lefty. So I would think that Dave Roberts, despite it all, is going to stick with Trinan against Anthony Volpe. But Mark Pryor's on that phone.
Yeah, he is. And for Anthony Rizzo, we know that he does this. 196 hit by pitches. And for Aaron Boone, he's going to go to first base and put in a pinch runner to Oswaldo Cabrera. So Rizzo will come out of the game.
Well, you got the go-ahead run now at second in scoring position. If Volpe can get a base hit, Jazz Chisholm's one of the fastest guys on the field.
And Volpe's been swinging the bat exceptionally well. Bat speed's there. He's been doing a really good job of taking right-hand fastballs and shooting them in the opposite field gap.
Bases loaded, ninth inning for the Yankees against Trinan. Volpe chased a first pitch slider.
Well, we pointed out for Volpe on the season, off-speed's his kryptonite.
He had a really terrific, I thought, plate appearance against Trinan with some ugly swings in last night's game one, where he found a way to put the ball in play. Yankees need probably more than that here. Oh, 1 way outside. He's not been close with those first two sliders. He got the chase on the first one. Just 23 years old, playing shortstop for the team he grew up rooting for.
So many Jeter comparisons for him.
He's got a chance to have a Jeter moment here in the World Series. That one misses just a little high. 2-1. There's nowhere to put him. If you walk Volpe, it's a 4-3 ball game.
Trinan has not induced a double play this year.
Wow. 2-1. Volpe fouled it back. That was a spinner right out over the plate.
He had a pitch. You know, once you start seeing elevated pitch counts for a reliever, once you get over 25, the sharpness of your pitches aren't there. And for Trinan, this is about to be his 32nd pitch.
2-2. He throws. Volpe got a piece. Wow.
Just not quite, you don't get the same depth to your pitches once you start getting some fatigue, and that's exactly what Blake's fighting right now. 22 pitches last night. He's at 32 right now. That's a heavy workload for a reliever back-to-back nights.
Bases loaded, 2-2. Volpe strikes out. He got him to chase. 2 down. And with the left-hander coming up, it's not going to be Blake Trinan. Dave Roberts is going to bring Vesia into this game. A huge out, and Anthony Volpe is not going to be real happy because he helped him out. And now we'll see, you get the left-handed hitting catcher coming up. We'll see if there's a counter move from the Yankees. We'll find out. Game on the line when we come back.
To try to get through and in a bat against Anthony Volpe. Got Volpe to swing a sweeper away. Another sweeper away. Fastball up and in. 2-1 count. And then a pitch that he could have handled. Missed it. Off the plate again. He got all the way to a spot where Volpe, if he stays within the strike zone, so much pressure. Bases loaded. Now a pinch hitter in Jose Trevino.
He swings at the very first pitch. Out to left center. Edman is there. He catches it. And on one pitch, the rally extinguished in the 9th inning.
When you're down 2-0, if you're the New York Yankees, you have to remind yourself who you are. This team plays as well as anybody at their home ballpark. They were the best team on the road, but down 2-0 to the Dodgers, where it feels like they've been on a mission. They've been on a mission to win a World Series. It's going to require the whole lineup. It's going to require everybody.
And the Yankees are going to take on a team as talented, as deep as the Dodgers are, and they are that. But it could be that they're going to be without their MVP, Shohei Ohtani, after what happened in the 7th inning tonight. A slide trying to steal second base, jammed his left hand into the dirt, and maybe hurt his shoulder. We don't know for sure the extent of the injury, but he had to come out of the game. And for Dodgers fans, reason to celebrate, but also, I'm sure, a lot of real legitimate concern about that.
I think the challenge for the Dodgers, if they lose Ohtani, is how they stack their lineup. I mean, it's such a dynamic player. To lose him, I mean, it feels like this series is supposed to go long. It might go long because of an injury.
Well, now we shift to the East Coast after a true LA flavor here at Dodger Stadium the last couple of nights. The Dodgers with the mic drop moments, and they take a 2 games to lead with all the celebration. But the Yankees still in this World Series. They lose tonight by the final score of 4-2. For Ryan Spilborgs, for Michael Traynor, our producer, for Jason Lobb, our director, and our entire great crew, Dave Fleming saying goodnight from Dodger Stadium here in LA. Thanks for watching Major League Baseball International's special presentation of the 2024 World Series.